the Charlotte Hornets. I loved their draft haul with Kon Knueppel at the 4th pick, Liam McNeeley falling to 29, a UConn wing, didn't shoot the ball well, but he is at the high school level. He was an elite shooter. Sion James out of Duke with the 33rd pick. Ryan Kalkbrenner, a big, over 7 feet tall, out of Creighton with their 34th pick. All 4 of these guys in total just make perfect sense when you're building around LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. They all make sense in the Charles Lee system. To me, like, this is one of the biggest winners of this entire draft class. What does it mean, do you think, for the full picture of the Hornets? Are they suddenly like competent at this point?
I'm keeping my third eye open on this one. Okay. They really, like every team, wanted that number 1 overall pick to take Cooper Flagg. Kon Knueppel, what's the connection to Cooper Flagg? Can you remind
Duke.
me?
I know exactly where you're going with this, Tom. I know where you're going.
James, what was the connection? Does he have any connection to Duke? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Liam McNeeley. Is there any connection to Cooper Flagg? I don't know. Is there?
Well, he
played at Montverde.
They wanted Cooper Flagg. Yeah, Montverde. They also hoped he would be the teammate there. Part of the reason McNeeley didn't have the best year is because UConn was thinking they were going to get Cooper Flagg and that McNeeley would be able to play his proper role.
Yeah, well, those are 3 guys who have a relationship with Cooper Flagg, and also,
Tom, there are a lot of Duke people in Hornets ownership as well.
That's right. So if you don't get Cooper Flagg and things don't work out in Dallas, maybe you build an organization that is just like that lady across the street who's like, you know what? I want to go to that team, and like I don't hate, just like, put the Cooper Flagg stuff aside. I think like you can look at this, forget the fact that these are all closely connected to the Cooper Flagg. You can see that this is just a home run of a draft night for the Charlotte Hornets. Now, Kon Knueppel is a guy that at number 4, you can see the shooting. You can see the dynamic play offensively. When I went to that ACC tournament game when Cooper Flagg got hurt, and I got a chance to see that Duke offense run by Kon Knueppel, and also got to see him earlier in the season against Pitt when Cooper Flagg had that incredible, just dominant second half and just destroyed Pitt. This is a great pick, and it's not just because, hey, it's a Duke guy, Duke front office or Duke ownership group, and this is, time and time again, we see the Charlotte Hornets. They do have the most picks in the first round since 1989 to Duke or UNC players, and it's no coincidence the team is in Charlotte. It is a UNC organization historically. And in Charlotte, there are a lot more Chapel Hill grads and fans than there are Duke. But I think when you're talking about building for the future, I think this has as much to do about building a really strong, professional organization that in the previous regime, kind of like, again, in the same way with Masai Ujiri, I think it lost its way with a lot of off-court issues with James Bouknight, Miles Bridges. I think this organization is trying to transition into a new era, and I think this was a very smart 2-day draft process with the Charlotte Hornets.
I've been impressed by what Jeff Peterson's done so far there. And I think for them, this helps build a foundation that makes yourself appealing. They still have a lot of draft capital in the years to come as well. And so for Charlotte, they could be one of those teams at some point when the moment's right, go make a big trade. And maybe you set yourself up way down the line for Cooper if things don't go well in Dallas, as you said, with a lot of his former teammates and guys that he's been around a long time.